Hello, my name is Sujay, and this week I want to speak to you from 2 Samuel chapter 5 verse 1. Then came all the tribes of Israel to David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. Now this is interesting because David becomes king. And in his kingdom, we see all the tribes of Israel coming to him and telling King David, we are your flesh and we are your bones. This is unique because we see the way the kingdom governs in the Bible, and we see the architecture and the functioning of a kingdom in the Bible. It's important to understand this because our Lord Jesus is the King of Kings. And when He came to us, He preached and proclaimed the gospel of the kingdom. And to anyone who receives this gospel, the Bible tells us that they have been delivered from the dominion or the control of darkness and have been translated into the kingdom of Jesus Christ. That's what it says in Colossians 1 verse 13. So when you receive Jesus, you're not just a Christian and you're not entering into a religion. When you become a Christian, you are literally part of a kingdom, and that is the kingdom of Jesus Christ. Now, when Paul talks about the mystery of Christ and His body, he says something very unique in Ephesians 5 verse 30, which will seem very similar to the first verse that we read. For we are members of His body, of His flesh and of His bones. So anyone who receives Christ, they are part of His kingdom. They are connected to the King of all kings, and they are now members of His body. So we're not just a group of people, we're not a religion, we're not just an organization or some sort of denomination. We are spiritual beings, and we are so intricately connected to the King, and He is our head. And the way this kingdom functions, the way the body functions, is when the head desires or thinks something, the body moves and governs and acts according to the design of the thoughts and the communication and the commands that the head sends to the members of the body. So the members of the body, that is you and I, we are those who carry out the orders and the expansion of the King and the kingdom. We are those that carry out the expansion of His governance. We do the King's bidding. So when we step into a place, it is the King that is stepping into the place, and it is the governance of His kingdom that is stepping into that place. And when that happens, the effects of the governance of His kingdom steps into that place. We are not victims of the circumstances in this world. We live by a different set of principles because we are ambassadors not of this world, but we are sent in this world representing the King of all kings. We are not a people of a religion. We walk in the royalty in which we were born of. And it is His blood that flows in our veins. It is His grace that covers us. It is His dominion and His power that establishes us. We walk in His righteousness and we carry His light in which we are fashioned in. Jesus is our King, and we are His members. And we are His flesh and we are His bones. May you know who you are, and may you represent Jesus well. Until I see you again, God bless you.